what's up everybody? I am Lisa Mohajé. Today's video is on what makes a good Beachbody coach and what does it take to be successful. But before we get started, I just want to take a second to share with you my story. So I have basically been this small town girl. I grew up in the Midwest, Central Illinois, a small town of 1,300 people, have always been very shy. I was always the chubby girl in school. I had glasses, I had curly hair. I had really low self-esteem, a huge lack of self-confidence. So when I got started with Beachbody, I really didn't have any huge expectations. I was a single mom. I was a secretary at a corn refinery plant. I went back to school, got my bachelor's degree. I remember applying for a inside sales position at the company that I was working for, and I actually got turned down because I smiled too much. I was too nice. So I didn't have a lot of self-confidence, and I thought, okay, I'm going to sign up for this business. If I make $100 a month, that would be huge because I was a single mom. There were times I would come home and my power would be turned off. I didn't have money to put food on the table and was really struggling. So $100 at the time would have made a huge difference for me. After signing up as a coach, almost immediately, it was just one thing after another. My grandmother passed away. I ended up having to file for bankruptcy. My car was repossessed. Had to, move out of my daughter Tira and I had to move out of our home into a really tiny apartment. I slept on the floor on a mattress. My other grandmother passed away. It was just one thing after another in this first 6 months of signing up as a coach with Beachbody. And I really look back at that time and realized it was because of the team, the positive people that I was surrounded with, the feeling of doing something for myself through fitness and health and helping other people and feeling connected and a part of something special that really got me through that difficult time. And, like I said, I really just wanted $100 a month in the beginning because that would help put food on the table. That would help put gas in the car. One thing happened after another. It was about 18 months into the business and I had tripled my full-time income. And so I ended up quitting my full-time job on April 1st, no fooling. And shortly after that, I moved Tira and I from a very small town in Illinois to Atlanta, Georgia. And it was here where I really kind of questioned, like, why did I move here? Why am I here? This and that. And I eventually met my husband, Paj, and we got married, obviously. And, now we're living a pretty awesome life together. That $100 a month that I had hoped to make for, like I said, turned into tripling my full-time income, but it's also led us to earning $1 million within the first 5 years of coaching as Beachbody. And I want to tell you about half of that was earned just this previous year. So that's pretty crazy, right? I'm just your average girl next door. I grew up in a very small town in Central Illinois. I was the girl, I was kind of chubby. I had curly hair. I had glasses. I was the girl that got the dodgeball thrown at her face and the glasses busted all over. And I would come home. I remember writing my mom notes, crying because kids would pick on me. I was, they called me fat, whatever, just being bullied. But I was too shy to even talk to my mom and tell her what was going on. So I would write her little notes and things like that. So I have lost 60 pounds using Beachbody programs. I started with a program called Power 90. And just kept going with my fitness journey. I went from Power 90 to Turbo Jam, Insanity. I've actually been featured on the 21 Day Fix infomercial for my success story. I lost 19 inches in just 21 days on the 21 Day Fix. So they chose my success story to be featured on the infomercial, which is pretty awesome. So that's just a little bit about me. Today I mentor women to fulfill their dreams, fulfill their goals, and duplicate our success. So what are the 5 things that make a great Beachbody coach and how to be successful? Well, the very first thing is you really have to genuinely care about people, about helping other people, about, just making a difference in the lives of others. That's what this business is built on. Beachbody's um, motto for the company, it's all over Beachbody's headquartered office. I remember the first time went to the office and I stepped off the elevator, and in the lobby there's this circular, I don't even know what you want to call it, a circle thing in the lobby, and on the top it says, helping other people live healthier, more fulfilling lives. And that's what Beachbody is founded on. That's the foundation of this business, is being the difference, making a difference in the lives of other people through friendships, through mentoring, through being the example. And it's an awesome thing to be a part of. And, there's a really cool saying that if you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything that you want in life. That's not the exact how it goes, but that's how I remember it. The second thing that's really important is you have to have a dream. And I think that it's really sad that so many of us have gone through life. When we were younger, we thought we could do anything. When people asked you what you wanted to do when you were a little kid, you wanted to be a doctor, you wanted to be an astronaut, you wanted to be a nurse, you wanted to be a lawyer, you wanted to be a musician, you wanted to do anything, because at that point in your life, anything was possible. And then we start to get molded by society. So we go to our 9-to-5 jobs. I don't know about you, but for me, I was raised that you go to your full-time job. Those people are depending on you. They're counting on you. Get a good job, and then after you've worked there for 40 or 50 years, you can retire and maybe get a pension. Well, I quickly found out that those people don't care about me. Those people care about the stockholders and making the company rich and making other people rich. So before I quit my full-time job, my position in the company was actually eliminated. They kind of left me hanging a little bit. They eventually offered me a job in Chicago, which I passed down and said, you know what, instead, I think I'm just going to resign. So you have to genuinely have a dream. And I think when we grow up, it's kind of like ants. If you put ants in a jar, they're going to jump. They're going to try to get out. Well, once you put a lid on that jar, those ants immediately start to slow down and they stop jumping. They stop trying. They give up. They get in that rut. And it's the same thing for us as adults. We get a 9-to-5 job. We do what we're told. We're yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. There's the glass ceilings that we can't get past. We got maybe a 1% increase. So our dreams immediately start to diminish. We start to feel like it's no longer possible to build that dream house. It's no longer possible to take our families, to Disney World or to Europe or to travel around the world. It's no longer possible to think about taking care of our parents when they're older so that they don't have to worry about anything. Because when we work for other people, we're no longer in control of our finances. We're no longer in control of the income that's coming in. We're at the mercy of those people, hoping that we'll do a good enough job that we'll get a raise and, we'll be able to move on. We'll be able to move up in the company. So you have to have a really strong dream. Whether it's, I named a few, whether it's building your dream house and knowing exactly what that is, whether it's a house built near the beach on the ocean, or a home in the mountains, or a home in the desert, or wherever it's at. Is it a 2-story? Is it Mediterranean? Is it contemporary? What does that house look like? Be very specific. Maybe your dream is paying off college loans and student debt and credit cards and just being financially free. Or maybe it's being able to donate to charity and be able to help the needy and feed the poor and, do all of those cool things for your family and your friends. And, whatever your dream is, it's all different. Everybody has different dreams. Whatever yours are, you know what they are. They've been within you. You were born with those dreams placed in your heart, and you know what those are. You know that your life was designed for something more. There's something greater out there for you, but you're just not sure what. But somehow, some way, you're going to do something great with your life. You have to have that kind of dream that when you talk about it, people are like, you're crazy. Like, what are you talking about? Those are the dreams that Paj and I have. My husband Paj and I, we have those dreams. And we're experiencing that right now. We're actually getting ready to build our dream home. And people are like seriously questioning us and testing us. And it's like, you know what? We are not here to explain our dreams to other people, because people without dreams will never get it. They'll never understand. So you have to have a dream so big and so crazy that people look at you and think, woo, this woman's cuckoo, she's lost it. Number 3, you have to lead by example. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be totally, on point with everything, because we're all human and we all start somewhere in our fitness journey, but you do need to find a Beachbody program that works for you. We have so many to choose from. I mean, P90X, P90X3, we've got that whole library. We've got Brazil Butt Lift. We've got T25. We've got the 21-day fix. I'm actually getting ready to start Body Beast. We have Shakeology, which is the cornerstone for your business. I've been drinking it for 5 years and it never gets old. It's the best thing ever. And you can get with the person that invited you to this group so that you can find out more about Shakeology as well. Maybe get a sampler pack from their website for just $20. But you have to lead by example. So, you can't be posting negative things on Facebook and talking about your problems. You want to inspire other people. You want to motivate other people. And, it's going to motivate yourself in return. A lot of times if I'm having a bad day, I'll post something through social media that is lifting myself up, but at the same time, it's lifting other people up as well. So you really have to lead by example. You have to work on you. You have to focus on improving your health, improving your lifestyle, being that example for those people, for your children. Be the mom or the dad that your kids look up to. They like, I want to be just like my mom when I grow up. Be that person. My phone is ringing and dinging and all this kinds of crazy stuff. I'm trying not to get distracted, but I'm easily distracted. Maybe I'll just turn it off. How's that? I'm going to put it on mute. So lead by example. Find the program that's right for you and follow it. You guys, this is how I lost 60 pounds, by working out at home, because these programs work. Beachbody has taken out all of the guesswork for you. All you have to do is follow the schedule, pop the DVD in, or do your Beachbody On Demand, which streams live from your iPad, your computer, your phone. Follow the programs. They work. So be the example. Eat healthy. Don't post food of French fries and, all this junk all the time. It's okay to have cheat meals every once in a while, but you want to remember you're focusing on living a healthy lifestyle. You're focusing on improving your health. You're focusing on, just being the best version of yourself. The other thing is you don't have to be a fitness expert or fit from day one. And that's because I've kind of already leaded into this. You're already focusing, the whole Beachbody program is focusing on being the best version of yourself. When I signed up as a Beachbody coach, I was not super fit from day one. I was probably about 20 pounds heavier than I am right now. So I wasn't, totally overweight by any means, but I was, probably about 5 dress sizes bigger than what I am today. And, it's a learning process. You're taking people on the journey with you. You're sharing with people your journey. And that's how Beachbody works. You're not selling anything other than the opportunity to improve their life through your own example, through your own journey, through making changes in your own life. You have no idea how many people are going to be inspired by you. Whether you lose 3 pounds, whether you lose 10 pounds, 15, 20, whatever it is, whether you start eating clean, whether you give up alcohol or you give up smoking, whatever it is, people are going to be motivated by people just like you. Someone out there is waiting for your story. They're waiting for you to share your journey with them. So you don't have to be fit. You don't have to be a fitness expert. Beachbody has the celebrity trainers that's going to explain everything for you. If somebody has a question about nutrition, guess what? Their program comes with a meal plan. You don't have to do anything. You're just guiding them to the tools that are come in your little toolkit that you have available at your fingertips. people aren't sure about which workout program to do, and maybe you haven't done Brazil butt lift, but somebody has a question about that. Guess what? We have an amazing team that you can ask on the Platinum Dynasty page. Hey, has anyone done Brazil butt lift? What was your results? What do you think of it? Boom, get their response. You send it to that person. Beachbody also provides you with tons of information, tons of tools that you can send this person a video on Brazil butt lift and say, hey, here's the video, check it out. You know, so you don't have to be a fitness expert. If they have questions on, you know, they want to get their nutrition cleaned up, great. Shakeology is going to do the trick for you. So all of the tools are right there for you. The celebrity trainers are right there for you. The other thing is we have a huge team and family that's going to help you every step of the way. That's the fifth thing that you need to be successful as a Beachbody coach. And the person that invited you to this group is on Team Platinum Dynasty, and they're going to help you every step of the way. So once you plug into the team, we have all of the resources available for you. You can access them 24/7. Trainings on how to do Facebook, how to post on social media, how to manage your time better, you know, how to follow the nutrition plan, how to be a product of the product, how to talk to other people. Everything you need to know about being a Beachbody coach, the team has already for you. If you don't know how to talk to people, no problem. We've got you covered. We've got your back. So this is day one. I hope that I've answered a ton of your questions. If you still have questions, please comment below or get with the person that invited you to the group. Private message them if you're embarrassed to post on this page your question. They'll get with you. They'll get back to you, and they'll let you know if you're not afraid to post your questions below, because you know what? So chances are somebody else has the same question that you had. So you guys, day one, I can't wait to share with you day two tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.